Good morning, Riley. The flow rates in the McCoy-1 well at your Nemaha Project in Kansas haven't been as high as you'd hoped. What does that mean?
Now, we tested the lower zone, we found elevated helium, but what we didn't find was the right gas saturation levels. So what that means is that there is helium there, but it doesn't have the right amount of gas present to support higher flow rates.
So what has the McCoy-1 well taught you about achieving better results in future wells?
We've learned a lot, Gareth, on gas saturation and pressure behaviour and fluid movement in the system. And also, as importantly, we've gained some operational learnings on how what we do in terms of drilling and completion impacts the gas that we recover at surface. So we'll use those learnings, we'll continue to refine our must-have rulebook, and that'll shape how we pursue future prospects and choose well locations in the future.
What happens next at the McCoy-1 well?
So we tested the lower zone. That was, we had intended to test 2 zones, but we've paused the upper zone testing for now. Our priority really is to complete our analysis of the lower zone results and bring that together with everything else we've learned from the well to determine the next steps. So that'll help us choose what we do next at McCoy and on the Ridge Play.
So we're looking at HyTerra more broadly. How does McCoy-1 well fit into the wider portfolio?
I think it's important to keep in mind here that McCoy-1 is one well testing one location within one play in our portfolio. Since that well was drilled, we've continued to refine our must-have rulebook, and our technical knowledge has continued to grow. So we've gained operational experience from McCoy. Our learnings from that testing will build back into our must-have rulebook again. And we will continue in our broader strategy now to advance a portfolio of plays across different locations and different play types. That recognises, that the conditions for commercial production may vary between geological settings, so we want to have a broad range of plays to go after. It's also worth keeping in mind that 80% of our Kansas acreage is on what we call the Rift play, which is completely geologically distinct from the Ridge play, which is where we've drilled and tested. We're going to continue maturing those opportunities in parallel. And in addition, we came out with our strategic plan last year, which included growth both within the US and internationally. We're going to continue to pursue that plan because that gives us additional plays in additional locations throughout our portfolio. This is a deliberate strategy. It gives us multiple pathways to success here rather than just being tied to one well in one location in one setting.
There's one thing you wanted to leave investors and shareholders with this morning. What would that be?
The key takeaway for me is that McCoy-1 has moved us forward. We have stronger data, better understanding of what's happening in the subsurface in the Ridge play, and we've gained valuable operational experience that we'll continue to use moving forward.